What's good, YouTube? FAIRDALE Kings coming back at you again with another EA Sports College Football 25 video. If you enjoy the video, make sure you hit like and subscribe. Comment down below. Totally free to subscribe. What's going on, guys? So last night, we went ahead and we held our draft for the online Dynasty that is going to be taking place. Uneventful draft. We had to rush and get it done just with everyone's schedules, vacations, school getting ready to start. So we moved some stuff around. We got the draft taken care of last night. We were able to get everyone there. We did have one guy fall out last moment. So we're going to roll with 9 teams. We've got 3 in the SEC, 2 in the Big Ten, 2 in the ACC, and 2 in the Big 12. So I'm going to give a quick rundown of the teams and the draft selections. So the first overall pick was Georgia. My brother took Georgia, which was a little bit of a shock. Not that he would take them, but the fact that he got them, and he's been a lot tougher than we anticipated. Been a lot tougher in some of these preseason games we've been going head to head on. So the fact that he drew Georgia, giving him one of the best teams in the league, and it's going to be rough sledding. I mean, I think that he's now probably established as the favorite, but it's going to be a pretty competitive SEC. So the first pick overall went to my brother, who took Georgia. The number 2 overall pick, which was a huge shock, was LSU. LSU went off the board number 2 to little Brandon, little B. Very good player from everything I understand, but he took LSU, and it's probably because they have a mobile quarterback. So I think that's the direction he's going, to have a pretty dynamic offense. Struggle a bit on defense, but he's going with the fireworks on offense, and I think that he's been using them a lot. So I've heard nothing but good things. I had the number 3 selection. Had a couple different places to go. I knew who I wanted to avoid, and I thought I would be able to do it, which was great. But with the number 3 overall pick, I was able to select the Ohio State Buckeyes, who's my second favorite team. And with that roster and them being 5-star, there's only 2 5-star programs in this whole dynasty. So I was able to be fortunate enough to get the Ohio State University with the number 4 overall selection, which was one of the favorites going into this, one of the most competitive people that I know, a guy who's owned us in Dynasty over the course of many years, has struggled a little bit in some of these preseason games that we've had leading up to this. But Brandon Sr., he ended up with the number 4 overall pick, and he took Texas, which at that point in time, that closed out the SEC. So the 3 teams in the SEC, Georgia, LSU, and Texas. So that's going to be an ultra competitive league for sure. So we'll see how it shakes out. He's and Brandon Sr. has been rolling with Georgia during all these preseason games, hoping that he would get them. And his fallback plan has always been Ohio State. So that's another reason why I took the Buckeyes, because he is very, very good, and I did not want him to have Ohio State at his disposal. Now, if the tables were turned, he would have took Ohio State 3, and I probably would have took Texas 4. So they were another team that was high on my radar, but I was fortunate enough to get Ohio State. Texas falls into Brandon Sr.'s lap, so it's going to work out for everyone. At number 5 was Zach. He's a newcomer on the scene. We don't really know a whole lot about him, but Zach took the Oregon Ducks, closes out the Big Ten, so that's going to be my rival in the Big Ten. I know that we have a date on the schedule for October 12th. I guess that's going to decide probably the Big Ten Conference. Hopefully, I mean, unless I stumble playing against computer teams on Heisman, which very well could happen. I don't know. I haven't played a whole lot of games on Heisman against the computer. We've been playing human opponents on Heisman. So we'll see how that shakes out. But I'm really not worried about it. At the number 6 pick, that is going to Bray. He kind of shocked us a little bit with this selection. But I mean, being that he can only go ACC or Big 12, he went the route and went Clemson. He went with the route of going defense, and he's been ultra competitive in games. He's me and him. I've probably won 3 out of 4 games versus him. But he hasn't been losing by a whole lot. You know, he's been in every single game that he's played in preseason. He's played against my son Jaquez, who's probably the favorite in all this. Even if he did get the last pick, he's still probably the overwhelming favorite. But Bray has been very competitive at the number 7 pick, which this came out left field. Good googly moogly. This guy's probably going to get fired by year 3. Odds on favorite get fired. But Robbie, with the 7th pick, took Colorado and took the first team out of the Big 12. Took an unranked team. He does have some weapons. I scrimmaged him last night. We had an exhibition game. I mean, I ended up beating him by 18, but it was like 35-0. He put up a couple late garbage time touchdowns, and I was experimenting. But he's gonna, you know, he's a wild card. We don't know what he's going to do necessarily. You know, he's trying to throw the ball. He doesn't necessarily run the ball to hide some of his shortcomings. So he lets the ball fly, and whatever, you know, happens. So we'll see. So Colorado 7 at number 8 overall pick. Let's see. 7 was Robbie. So 8 dropped out. That left us with 9, which was Gage. And Gage took Utah. He saw Robbie on the schedule. Like, give me Utah. I want to play that dude. Like, I think I can own the Big 12. I've only got to go through Robbie and Colorado. Give me Utah. So those two, you know, obviously they're going to have their head-to-head game. They play each other this year. And then the 10th overall pick, which actually becomes 9 once Johnny dropped out, is my son Jaquez, top-level Madden player, competes in the MCS. He surprised me. He took Miami. He was looking at the recruiting base, the fertile recruiting base in South Florida. I thought he would go Florida State, but my daughter's a huge Florida State fan. He didn't want to give her that benefit that he took her team. My son is a huge Oregon fan, so he's really disappointed. He said, you got to put Oregon on my schedule every year so I can beat the brakes off that guy and make him remember who's the true Oregon fan. So I don't know. I mean, there's already a rivalry there in the making, and they haven't even played one game yet. So the schedule, we're not changing the schedule. We're going to keep the schedule default with the exception of there's one exception to that rule. Both LSU and Miami did not have any human opponents on their schedule this year in season 1. So what I did was I eliminated the FCS game in week 2, and we've scheduled LSU at Miami. And the reason why Miami got the benefit of the doubt there and got home field was LSU already had 6 home games. If we would have gave them, and a neutral site game in Allegiant Field in Las Vegas in the opening week, and Miami only had 5 games on the schedule at home. So we went with the opportunity to give Miami their 6th home game. It kind of helps also with recruiting, no doubt. But it's not going to help him much in week 2 unless he has players that are really high and, you know, already in the top 5 that he can bring on campus. But at least he could say, hey, I've got 6 home games. And it gives him the home field advantage versus LSU. It's not like Miami's going to have fans. I'm from the 305. Ain't no one going to a Miami football game. The U can sit there and say all they want. It ain't happening. So that's that. I'm going to go ahead. As you see, I took the Ohio State job. We got the Ohio State banner behind us. This is my introductory press conference. Hey, thank you guys for having me. I welcome everyone coming to the showing out tonight. We're here. We're here to win national championships. Bottom line. I'm not here for nothing else. I'm not here to say, hey, we're happy to be here. I know the proud tradition of the Ohio State University. We're going to embrace that. We're going to bring in the best players. NIL or not. We're going after the best. I know that my big rival is going to be obviously Oregon in conference, but out of conference, me and Texas are going to battle for some recruits in you know, in the Lone Star State. He's got Lamborghinis already lined up to bring in players. You better have deep pockets because we're coming. Hey, this ain't like Colorado. We're coming. We're here to win a championship. That's all. At the Ohio State, we're one of 2 5-star programs. We're here to win titles. We're not here to compete. We're not here for second. You know what second is? Second is first loser. So thank you guys for coming out again. We'll be having these press conferences before games as well as after games as we do this series. So let's get into it, though. I'm wanting to go into recruiting. I got to go through my recruiting board, set that up. We're in the preseason, so let's get after it. I'm gonna go ahead and move this around, get my face out of the screen for a little bit, and let's look at this recruiting board and see what I can do. We're gonna advance this this dynasty tonight at 8, which is why I'm not posing this live, because I don't want anyone watching my videos and seeing who I'm setting up and then they going in behind me and, over recruiting me. So as I jump in here, I'm just going to make sure I've got the right dynasty loaded up. As you can see, head coach Felipe Esperanza bringing a lot to the table, a lot of personality. Going to shake hands and kiss babies. That's what it is, man. We're here. We took a role as a recruiter. We're here to sign players. That's what our role is. As you see right there, preseason poll, the Ohio State ranked number 2 in preseason. We got the players. We got the horses. Now we just got to sit here and go out and make things happen. But it all starts right now in week 0 in the preseason. Let's see. What are we looking at here? Coach abilities. Right now I've got the 5 points is all we have to mess with. We've got our coach advancement, prestige advancement, whatever you want to call it. We've got that on normal. No, we're not going to sit there and turn that all the way up and everyone just fly through this. We're going to make this a long journey for all 9 coaches involved in this. I think I'm going to hang on to those 5 points, keep them in my back pocket, and go from there. Coach contract, first time looking at all this. C- prestige, level 1 head coach. Job security is pretty good. 3-year contract. Yeah, I mean, we got question marks everywhere. Question marks everywhere at the Ohio State. Set up recruiting, custom schedule. I don't have to do nothing there. We've already made that. Let's jump in here and let's get it. So first thing I want to do is, and that you should probably do, if you jump into your own dynasty, make sure that you go in here and check out my school. I mean, that's the first thing you need to do. You see that Ohio State's a 5-star program, 90 overall, 89 offense, 91 defense. But look at what, your grades are. So with the Ohio State, you see that playing style is something that's not going to have a grade. It's going to be dependent on, it's measured by each specific recruit into what their needs are. You see up here with the right trigger, it has field general for quarterbacks, improvisers, halfback, so that's more dynamic depending on who the player is and what position they play. So your playing style is going to vary from recruit to recruit, position to position, and actually playing style. So that's the name itself, playing style, speaks for itself. Next is proximity to home. That's going to be determined on how close the recruit lives to the campus at Ohio State, which is in Columbus, Ohio. So that can impact, of course, I'm going to get players live in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, Kentucky as a border state, Pennsylvania. Some of that stuff, will help boost that number or that grade significantly. I mean, I think I've seen in other dynasties, people in Kentucky would still have Georgia. Proximity to home would probably be like an A- B+. So that definitely helps as far as that. That's another extra boost that you can have for recruiting. For the Ohio State championship contender, this is one thing we've got going on for us, and it's a big advantage. We have an A+. If you look in here, they break it down. They tell you it depends on how well your team's performing in the polls, as well as the overall quality of your roster. So you have to make sure that not only you winning games, but you keep on bringing good players to the program. So Bud Elliott's blue chip ratio is very high. We have 57% value, and the current media poll rank is very high. We're number 2 in the country. So that's going to help boost my score for sure. And you want to go after those players whose deal breakers align with your school, with what you do well. Sell your school, sell yourself. Go after those guys that you know that you can get and manage. You know, if I got a grade of an A+, I'm going after players who really are looking at to be championship contenders. We want winners. We want winners at the Ohio State. So got that card in our back pocket. Next one's program tradition. Everyone knows, I mean, Ohio State's been doing this forever. Program tradition ranks each of the schools on their overall success throughout history. Programs with the highest program tradition have a long history of national titles, Heisman winners, and winning tradition. Perform well on the field to increase the grade. National championships, Ohio State is very high. Their value is 8. They have five appearances. No one's doing it better. Alabama, Georgia, but you know we're in that conversation. There's 5 5-star programs. The Ohio State, Michigan, Alabama, Georgia, and Notre Dame. Those are your 5 5-star programs. In this dynasty, there's only 2 5-stars at this moment. And I'm going to take full advantage of it because I'm a 5-star. I'm going to have access to more hours than anyone else during the recruiting other than Georgia. We're both going to have 1,250 hours in the preseason. That means 3 to 5 more recruits that we can offer scholarships to and actually go out and scout. Use that to your advantage. Next is campus lifestyle. We've got an A. It can't be improved by user actions. So your campus lifestyle is your campus lifestyle. Stadium atmosphere. We've got an A+. The Ohio State, we play in the shoe. I mean, you're looking at 103,000 plus going to football games. Got a high winning percentage, 78%. Home attendance percentage is 100%. They're going to games. I mean, you can't beat that. We're very high. Average home game attendance is 103,000. You're not, I mean, come on, man. It's as good as you're going to get. Pro potential. Right now on my roster, I've got 3 guys projected to go first-round picks. So pro potential right now, I'm an A+. Brand exposure, that's, they can't call it NIL, but basically what brand exposure is broken down to in this game is, it's how many games do you appear, nationally televised games or games of the week in cruises. So national championship games played, very high. I mean, all that stuff factors in. National TV games played, 9 wins and 11 appearances. That's great. Streaming games played. It shows all that stuff. Next is academic prestige. We're an A-. Conference prestige. We're in the Big Ten. I mean, us in the SEC are going to have A+ scores. You want to make sure, though, that you're playing ranked teams. It's the quickest way to increase this grade, and that those teams are winning. So, you've got to beat ranked teams. Coach stability. It's a measure of your administration's general confidence in your coaching staff. Improve this grade by staying off the hot seat and having low staff turnover. Don't fire your coaches. If they leave, go take other jobs, that number's going to fluctuate. Okay? That's the end of the day. That's what it is. Coach prestige. It's a measure of how successful the coach is perceived to be. Improve this grade by hiring good coaches and consistently meeting the expectations of your coaching contract. Right now, I've got, an A. My head coach prestige is C-. I'm dragging that score down, but I'm still an A. My OC, though, B. DC is a B. I've got to win games. Let them build confidence in me. As far as athletic facilities, the Ohio State, we have an A+. And then finally, playing time. That's all be dependent on each individual player. So far, we've had 1 coach who got an auto commit. It was a 4-star left guard, number 13 left guard in the country. He offered him a scholarship. Bang, dude committed. That's one more bullet he's going to have in his pocket when we actually progress and go the next week, that he don't have to sit there and worry about going to this guy, DMing him, making phone calls, talking to his family, whatever, investigating social media. Doesn't have to do it. Doesn't have to pitch. Best thing you do, sign players, get them in your school as quickly as possible. All right, so I've done a breakdown already, did a little homework. I know right now I need 13 players on offense, 14 players on defense. I need 3 halfbacks. That's a huge need. If I lose Judkins, if he does go pro, I am in a world of hurt next year because my next highest rated player at running back is a 75 overall. Yeah, he's gonna progress this year, get better. But right now, unless, if I do lose both my starting running back and the backup Judkins, I'm in a world of hurt at running back. So that's a huge need for me. The whole line. I mean, I need a left tackle, left guard, 2 right guards, 2 right tackles. I'm definitely going to go and attack those. Probably going to go after a center, even though I have 3 on the roster. The highest one coming back is 78, so he'll probably be low 80s next year. Defensively, buddy, we are stacked on the defensive side of things. Yes, I do have needs: 2 left ends, 3 defensive tackles, 2 left outside linebackers, Mike linebacker, middle linebacker, whatever. Right outside linebacker, I need 2 corners, and need 2 strong safeties. But when you get down and break down who I have coming back, I really just need a left end, 2 defensive tackles, and a strong safety. We bring back Downs at free, 95 overall. I mean, I've got left outside linebacker, right end, middle, right outside, 3 corners. We're good. So I'm going to focus on make sure I get a running back. I have to get a running back for sure. Looking at this, I need a tight end. Desperately need a tight end for next season. I've got to improve my line. My left tackle is a 77, left guard 76. Those are things I'm going to focus on. I need to get those players. But I'm not going to avoid 5 stars to the lack of, hey, I've got a need. I will address those, okay? I don't sit here and skirt this and go through this, willy-nilly. I'm going to go position by position and look at the best players and prospects at those positions and see how they align with what I'm trying to accomplish. Other thing you see here, pipelines, that's all, lit up. It tells you level 4, level 5 because they're in Ohio, so that goes a long way. You also see down here deal breakers. So I've got to I have a need for a quarterback. Probably want to scout one, put one on the board, see where I'm at. I know 7th. So as far as these 5 stars, I know Miami's already offered a scholarship to Barry Hardy, who's from his backyard down there in Palmetto. Let's see. Georgia. I know my brother will go after that guy. Overland. I mean, we might go after this 4-star scrambler right there in our backyard. Proximity to home B+. I don't want to get in that battle if I don't have to. Championship contender, 7th. Texas is going to go after him. I know that. Where's he at? Yeah, so Texas will go after that guy. Miami's already going after him. Can't get in the door. Jorge Ruiz. SC Oklahoma. See, none of those are users, but we're 6th. There's no user in front of me. (61207). Right now, we're going to add him. That'll be our one guy. Now we've got to get a running back for sure. So this is going to be interesting here. So in these guys up here that are 5 stars, open power back, Cali, Florida, Alabama. Number 2 on Diaz. Probably need to add him. But then I got a couple players up here that I know I could probably lock in on. I need 3 backs. Probably add them to the board. Add them to the board and scout them. See where we're at. Intrigued by Meeks. We'll go for what we got there. Fullback. We got a D. I don't know. I don't want to waste a whole lot of time. Florida State, Penn State. He's a JUCO. No. I think we're just going to add Ingold. We'll get him on the board, get him out the way. Need 2 wide receivers. Wow. Best receivers at 46, ranked 46 overall in the 4-star. Deep threat in Texas. LSU's already going after him. So one thing I'm going to do, one thing I'm going to do is pick my battles. So turn that camera off. Let's sit here and just focus on this. Yeah, my camera overheated. I forgot to turn the fan on. We're good. We'll just do this. All right, so I've got Williamson. Yeah, we'll just go after those. Those 2 tight end. We desperately... No, we don't. Yeah, we do. We need I don't have a need for a tight end. I've got 7 returning on the roster. None of them are any good. None of them are any good. Fortunately for me, look at this. I am number 1 on a 5-star tight end in New Jersey. Hello. Yeah, we're going after him. Thank you. Tackles. I need a left tackle and I need 2 right tackles. We're first on a right tackle. 6'8", 306. This dude's a monster. Yeah, sign me up. We'll take that dude. Right tackle. Right away. LSU going after those cats. I don't want to get in that battle. 4th. So I need 2 right tackles and a left tackle. Another right tackle. So left tackle. I'm number 1 on a couple of these guys. I mean, I could lock them in. Left tackle. That's a right tackle. Yeah, we're we're good there. I've got them lined up. Let's go to guard. I need a left guard and 2 right guards. Left guard, 2 right guards. Man, I got to go after this dude. Me and Texas going to battle for him. 4-star in Washington. That's rough. That's rough. That's rough. That's a right guard in PA. So I can go right guard there. Man. 6'2", 324, agile. Deal breaker is brand exposure, buddy. I've got brand exposure. I mean, A+. Let's go after him. I mean, what? We're going to have to do some battles. I mean, we're going to have to get in some bidding wars. Go after players. Clemson's on him. Left guard. Do I need a left guard? I need a left guard, right? He's 11th best. Man, do I go after the number one? Do I just sit there and say, you know what, I'm going after the number one left guard and I got a backup plan? See if I can. I got an A-. Boy, you know what? That guy down in Florida, I got Dilberg as an A+. Yeah, I'm not on this 10. All right, that's good. We'll roll with that. Center. Don't necessarily need one. We're going to look at it, though. Any state. Well, if I could sign the number one center. We're top 5. We're going after number one center. All right, let's go. Defense. I do need left end. I'm set there, but I could still pick up a left end. I'm just amazed. I ain't jumping off the board like number one on anything. We're a bunch of number 2s. We're a bunch of number 2s, number 3s. I could probably go after this guy, though, because no one. Left end and right end. I mean, left end and right end. Proximity to home. We're going there. Left end. Which one do I want to go after? There's no humans in front of me there. I got to compete with Clemson there. 6'3", 255, 6'2", 242. Both from Virginia. I'm going to path of least resistance. Let's go with him. All right. Defensive tackles. I need 3. Put that guy on the board. He's, number 1 there. These guys from Michigan. Come on, man. I mean, they right there in your backyard. I mean, come on. I could sign the number 1, 2, and 3. (6'2", 303). I mean, I lock in these guys. It's curtains. I mean, you won't be able to run the ball That is wild. Outside linebacker, 2 lefts and a right. No, 2 lefts and 2 rights. Wow. Well, we're going after him. That's a right. That's a right. Boy, oh boy. Pass coverage from Mansfield, 4-star. Go after him. We'll see what. Mike linebacker, middle. Oh, we got a number. Yeah, buddy, let's go. You're first on the board. What is this? Mike, middle, need 1. Corners, I need 2. We've got 9 on the roster, need 2. Lock him in. We're going after the number 1 corner. That's pretty good. Free safety. Don't need 1. Don't need 1. But, oh, man. Daniel Vasquez. Check them out. Let's go. We'll see what they look like. Still got to decide. Which ones. I mean, not going to scout everybody and all that, but put them on the board. Put them on the board. We'll just let it shake out. Strong safety. Need 2. Man, this pool is shallow. Shallow. Good googly moogly. There's not a whole lot of talent here. A lot of competition for players. Not a lot of talent, though. Man, what are we doing? Man, I got to go after the guy just because. Deal breaker, coach prestige. I mean, can I get involved? I mean, I might be able to, but he's got UK. Come on, man. You don't want to go Kentucky. You don't want to go Kentucky. Kicker just for giggles. Put them on a board. We're not going to. Just trying to see where they're at. Punter, I could carry. I mean, I don't even need a punter. I don't have no one that jumps off here and says, hey, go recruit me because I'm in your top whatever. So I got 3 more spots. I'm just going to fill the board. Don't necessarily mean athletes. Okay, let's see. What do we got with athletes? Athletes. I got someone beside me over here going off. They got someone that they just scouted. Yeah, they're rubbing their hands together. They're very excited. Okay. Deal breaker.
Well, I just got Tyreek Hill, basically. I'm not kidding.
Okay. Let's see. 6'2", 299. Wow. Elusive back here. Elusive back. All right, and we got. Yeah, I can't mess with that guy. We don't have nothing to help us. The deal breaker. Power rusher, though. Well, Adam, we're in the top 5. Scrambling quarterback from Mentor. Adam, we'll see what shakes out. Any player. So these are players I have number 1. I mean, I think I've got a big physical receiver. I mean, this dude's 6'4", 209. Okay. Okay, that's 35. Let's go. Let's go get it. So now the way I sort, I'm sorting by national rank. Sorting by national rank. Oh man. So we got Souza, number 1 player in the country, right? Number 1 player in the country, nationally ranked number 1, state number 1, position number 1. Hit that. Recruiting. I've got 1,250 points. I mean, that's the good thing to my advantage. Offered. Took me 10. 20. Fully scouted him. You're looking at a corner right now. 82 man. 93 speed. Abilities, blanket coverage, jammer, house call. So, yeah. Cost me 35 points to check him out, find that all out. Good. This guy's the number 4 national player, free safety. He's not a gem. So he's actually, instead of a 5-star, more likely this guy would play like a 4-star. You see he's only got 82 zone coverage, 87 speed. Interesting. That might help me in decision whether or not to keep, invest in time in that battle with Texas. Might, back off. I really don't need a free safety. I've got stud coming back. So, I mean, yeah, I don't want to turn down talent. Don't get me wrong, but might not be a battle I want to go down that path. Tight end. This is the big boy that we really need. He's a 5-star and a gem. 5-star and a hidden gem. $70 pass block. Yeah. Second level. Right outside linebacker, 83 speed. 90 acceleration. This is going to have to recruit against Georgia. Clemson and LSU's already offered scholarships beneath me. Impact block is 91. 91 strength. 79 run block. Quick drop, second level. Screen enforcer. Huh. Intrigued by that guy. Yep. That's interesting. This is the number 2 defensive tackle. He's not a gem, so he's a 4-star, really. But he does have a couple abilities. 91 strength ain't bad at all, for sure. I mean, I'm 5-star. I mean, I still think this guy's going to be... He could be a factor. Nick Samuel, another 5-star. Going to be recruiting against Texas in this battle. 92 speed. Man, I was hoping... Don't have many guys number 1 on. I'd like to get an instant commit for sure. Another 4-star corner, number 3 best corner in the country. '89 speed. 93 change of direction. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Number 8 quarterback. '91 throw power. 81 speed. 91 throw power. 91 acceleration. Option king. Extender. Off play. Yeah. Yeah, this is that scrambler from Columbus. I mean, he's right in my backyard. Let's go. This is the number 5 athlete. 6'6", 297. Another kid, number 1 on my board from Ohio. Number 2 middle linebacker. Instant commit. Yes, sir. Verbally committed. Yes, sir. Number 2 middle linebacker in the country is now going to The Ohio State University. Ralph Irwin. Welcome. Number 64 nationally. It's one less guy I've got to waste time on. Grinding week after week. Free safety. This guy, he's not, might not be as highly as thought of as what we thought. He was 88 speed though, still. I mean, but 70 zone. Another recruiting battle. I mean, I'm gonna have a ton of recruiting battles with Texas. There's a hidden gem right there, boys. Right outside linebacker. Right outside linebacker, 85 speed. 94 jumping, 92 speed. 6'5", 205 with 92 speed. Yeah, that. Just throw it up. Let a big dog eat. So I'm just going through here. Trying to get a feel of these guys. I mean, with some of this information, you can use that at your disposal to decide if you want to keep on in some of your recruiting battles. I mean, that's the biggest thing why you make sure you come in and scout these players early. Number 11 right tackle. Yep. Option king. This that scrambling quarterback. Magician. 92 throw power. 92 speed. Wow. Yep, this guy's no. Hey boy. 5'9", 197 deep threat from Akron, Ohio. Got me number 1 on the list. And this dude has 99 speed. 89 spec catch.
You want to see somebody?
No, man. Just this is. Now I got another battle here. Texas A&M, TCU. I got Texas beneath me. Offer him a scholarship. What we got? This elusive back from Jersey that we're number 1 on. 92 speed. This guy's going to have some decent. He's got 90 speed. Decent speed. Dude, all my recruiting battles are Texas and Wisconsin. That's the extent of me going in and recruiting. It's going to be those 2 schools I'm going to have to battle for all the top level recruits. .91 speed. This guy was further down the list, so we're just, for giggles, recruiting. The strong safeties, I mean, he's one of the better ones. There's not very many. It's not deep at strong safety. So we threw our hat in the ring. Let's see what happens. Right tackle. Yeah, we're down to the last 4 players here, so that kicker that was we just seeing since we're top 3 where we're at with him. Hmm. Fullback instant committed. So I still got 65 hours here. He was a gem. This kicker, I really don't. Brian Incognito. So let's see. Georgia and Clemson went after that kid, the number 2 quarterback. Yep, so I don't need anything else there. Who are they recommending? Yeah, because wasn't that other defensive tackle questionable? Like, he wasn't what we had him cracked up to be. Yeah, he's more of a bust than... But we're number 1 on him, so we're probably going to stay on just because he need 2. But... But he was the same way. Wow. Dun, dun, dun. So I've got 35 on the board. Don't want to take anyone off the board to check out, though, to scout, since I have the hours. Just checking. Verbally committed. Strong safety, left guard. So all these guys are 4 stars. I mean, you know, I'm just going to have to leave that time on the table. So I think the only thing I can do right now, come in here and redshirt players. Don't forget to do that. I mean, that's the other thing. Do not forget to redshirt your players. I mean, if you got 5 quarterbacks on the roster, you're not playing 5 quarterbacks. So don't make your quarterbacks mad who, are sitting there twiddling their thumbs. So I'm going to stagger it. I've got 2 freshmen, but I'm going to take this one who's better, Julian Sayin. I'm redshirting him. There's no sense. And then, so like he'll sit out this year. I'll keep Noland. And then next year I'll redshirt him and I'll be playing, Sayin or whoever next year. Or even 2 years down the road. So I'm just going to recruit redshirt one of them. $91. Yeah, so we're going to redshirt Peoples. So just send a text message reminding. All right, so I've got this whole laundry list of receivers. I don't need all these dudes. 2. I mean, I do got a freshman that's a stud. He probably needs to play. So I've got six players. Might have to keep them on there. I don't know. I need to keep going there just in case someone gets hurt. Tight ends. I don't need all those guys on there. Yep, red shirt, red shirt. Got to build up depth, man. I don't care at this point. You're getting red shirts too. So I can do multiple. I mean, I've got 9 corners. So we're going to roll with 5. We're actually going to redshirt one of the seniors down here. Just give me some extra depth next year. Maybe he can develop. Downs is a beast. We're going to keep those. We're going to redshirt both freshmen. Kickers, playing, punter. Oh, you got all these punters? Why are we carrying all these punters on the roster? So I am ready. I am ready. So let's see. Members. Do my checklist. So anyway, we're good. That's FAIRDALE Kings. I'll be back some more action. We're going to be moving on. I'll probably advance this a little bit later tonight at 8 o'clock. Come back on. I will have the next step. We'll do episode 2 here shortly. So thank you guys for joining.